so I'm very grateful.
Evelyn,
And I'm not funny at all.
Oh, that's not true. You know. Now, at my age, I've learned two
That
things.
was horrible.
What have you learned?
You've learned two things?
Let's find out what Joel, yes, could you tell us, Joel, the two things?
Sure.
Yes.
And you know what I mean by learn. I mean things that by the dint of hard experience, you feel knowledge that has burned into you. That's what I mean by learn. You know, things you really deeply know. The two things I've learned are, I'm 37, so I've only learned two. One is be nice, and the other is do your homework. That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
It's a lot.
Now, what have you learned?
I've learned to be much more patient than I used to be. I've learned to be more tolerant. I've learned to keep my mouth shut many times, which wasn't easy.
Patient, tolerant, and
Silence.
silent.
Yes.
And being aware of other people's feelings and being much more tolerant, not critical.
And about,
And allow people to be
Sounds like
who
basically
they are.
tolerant.
yes,
Yeah.
That's the big,
Yeah.
big thing.
tolerant,
And being overtly loving.
overtly loving. That's
Yeah.
a lot too.
Expressing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she does do that.
And touching.
Why tolerant, Evelyn? Why is that so valuable to you?
Oh, it is. I want people to be tolerant of me, so I want to be tolerant of them.
Is that why? Quid
No,
pro
not
quo?
necessarily. No, no, no. I just want to recognize that we all have our negative side, and we have our idiosyncrasies, and to be tolerant of other people's and their everybody has their own chaos to handle.
Now, I am all for that, but I hope this doesn't mean you're going to stop pointing out my own. I love that about you. Evelyn
I
has
love
the
you
most
too.
endearing habit of telling me all the ways I've fucked up in my life since the last time we met.
Very
It's so
endearing.
refreshing. You know how people think things but don't say them?
Not
Evelyn
Evelyn.
says them without thinking, actually.
Well, I don't know how it is with other folks, but with me, maybe you have friends like this. It just works like a charm. It's such a fresh breath of air. So I just think
You're
it's
so
great.
kind.
Well, not at all. That's the way it is. What else are we?
Well, I wanted to also, what about, are you tolerant of yourself now and patient with yourself and loving toward
Well,
yourself?
that's not as easy as being tolerant of others. I'm used to being very critical of myself, and I'm trying not to be. I'm
You
trying
used
to
to
let
use-
go
Yes.
of all the criticism.
That's great. You used to say you used to flagellate yourself.
Oh boy, didn't I? And another,
Oh, thank you, Danielle. Sure.
she said,
Do you want some water?
yes, thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Not only
I used to-
technical work.
Thank you. I used to.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's just a good time to credit our awesome technicians.
Yes, yes.
They are Danielle and JL and James, and we want to thank them for just doing an awesome job. And without them, we literally would not be.
We would not be here. We might be here, but you would not see us.
That's right. We'd just be sitting here.
Yes, we
Yeah.
might not even come, actually.
So, you were saying.
One of my foibles is when things are going well, I have a incredible ability to louse things up, but I'm much more aware of it now. So I will try to catch myself before, but I'll be aware of it when I do it.
Can you give the our?
No.
You need an example of
We're
that?
not going to get
Because
into
it is what we're all
Oh, I can think of many, but I won't tell any.
Everybody-
I won't tell any.
Let's
What?
pick a mild.
You want, yeah, mild one. That one. What is a mild lousing? Although she doesn't really. It's
Well-
not into mild lousing. Yes. I'll give you a mild example. Of
Well,
lousing.
for instance, if I have a good relationship with a friend, I will
Screw it up.
screw it up.
Let's have an example.
Yes.
What happened?
Oh, I
What
can't
happened?
remember an
Yeah,
example.
What happened?
Yeah.
What's a real bad?
I can't remember. I don't want to remember.
I remember a little one. But
Yeah, good.
Pick a little.
Okay. You were supposed to meet a friend at a theater,
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
and it was late in the afternoon, and Evelyn didn't want to pay or didn't even think of taking a cab to get to the theater, which would have got her there. She kept looking for it and not finding it.
Looking for the theater?
Yes, looking for the theater. She thought she knew the address, but she could have gotten to a cab and said, "Take me to the Hasty Pudding."
But I did. I went to the Hasty Pudding. But but she wasn't there.
No, I think you almost went to the Hasty
No.
Pudding. Well, again,
Whatever.
memory, yes.
Whatever.
So instead of, at least from, in my remembrance of it, instead of taking a cab and getting there, she wanted to save the money and just find it herself. And so her friend never met her.
My
And
friend had traveled 2.5 hours
2.5 hours to, yes.
to Cambridge from up
Yes.
parts of Maine.
And her friend, who's had a very good life, said it was the worst day of her life, the friend said. And you haven't seen this friend since?
Oh, we're very good friends. And
Yes. You haven't
she's
seen her since.
forgiven me, and I've
Yeah.
forgiven her.
Yes.
And she wanted to take me out to dinner, take me to the theater,
Wow. To the theater.
and both. And we didn't get connected.
You know,
And
here's,
now she's too old and frail to come. That was 2 years ago. So that's what happened to her.
Yeah, maybe we'll visit her. Maybe
We'll see.
Yes.
here's what's interesting to me, just watching this family dynamic here. We just heard two recollections of the same event. In Evelyn's recollection, I don't know if you noticed, Evelyn got to the theater, but her friend wasn't there, and now things are fine. In Michael's recollection, Evelyn never arrived at the theater, and it destroyed their friendship.
No, I didn't say destroy. No.
Well, they haven't gotten together since.
Right, but they
What's the
talked.
implication?
No, well, that's
What's the
a
implication?
false implication.
What's
I
the
understand
implication?
you could make that implication.
What's the inference you think the audience should have drawn?
Shorty should have drawn that they're getting along well, but they just haven't seen each
Oh,
other
so
since.
when Michael says, now here's a dynamic between your friends. I say, when Michael says, you have a friend, and you haven't spoken to him since, you haven't gotten together since, that means you wrecked, stay out of this, Evelyn, you wrecked the relationship. Michael's like, oh no, I never meant any such thing. You see why I don't get together with this guy anymore? He used to be my co-host. I don't want to take over the show or anything, but he drives me nuts. 876-0055. Friends who drive you nuts. Screw this old person stuff. I want to talk about friends.
We have 7 minutes, yes.
All right.
Oh,
no.
7 minutes.
So Evelyn, you can interview Joel and I about friendship.
That's
All
right.
What about your friendship, Big Shot?
Oh, we're the best of friends. Never had a problem in our whole long friendship. Do you have problems with friends, and how do you get over it? You don't want to write your friends off. You get to my age, certainly to Michael's age, and you just don't want to, like, you know, say, oh, well, I'm pissed and to hell with this person. I don't want to do
You
that.
learned, right? We did that when we were younger.
Yes.
We did. We learned that
We
that's
let
not
go
very
of
good.
a good
It's not very
friendship.
good
Because
because
there's nobody around.
there's no one around. Oh, I think I might want to be more tolerant. What do you folks do when you're pissed at a friend? How do you work it out? Do you work it out? Do you have more grudges than you have friends?
Whoa.
What's your ratio of grudges to friendships currently? 876-0055. Because if I'm at 50-50, I'm in good shape. I got to tell you, there are a lot of people over the course of my lifetime I've become pissed at. And, you know, I have a few friends, but not a lot. And so I'm curious what it's like for you.
How many?
If you feel like calling and,
Yes.
and picking up.
Evelyn asked you, Joel, how many friends?
How many
I
friends?
would, off the top of my head, 6.
Ooh, that's a lot of friends.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, I have less than that. I have loads of acquaintances.
Hmm.
But friends are precious.
Friends are precious.
No question about that.
Yeah, good to have.
See, when Evelyn says that now, I feel, you know, some people can say those words, but I really feel them from your heart.
Well, absolutely.
And you can really feel the truth of them.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. I would say 3 precious friends.
Who are?
Iris, Toby. Who's the third? Oh, yeah.
Who's the
that's
third
it.
of them?
Who's the third?
I mean, Pam is a friend too.
Does this really
Oh,
make
yeah.
good television?
Oh, that-
Friends
I-
are friends?
The name of them? I think it was interesting to say I have 3 good friends and only be able to name 2. That's good
No.
television.
You didn't know she was not going to come.
No, but it turned
Toby.
into good television.
But you
Toby.
didn't know.
I'm right.
You shouldn't have asked the question.
Thank you. I'm learning. Joel is a
Oh,
very...
Millie.
Oh, Millie!
Millie, she's in California. That's why I forgot to. Oh, Millie is a dear.
Millie's here, ladies and gentlemen. Stop the presses. Well, no.
Okay, those
Okay,
are
now we
3
have-
close friends.
Thank you. We have 4 more minutes.
Yeah, one line open. I'd
How
love
many
to get a
close
phone
friends
call.
have
in.
you
got?
Hey, does this happen every
Yes,
week
I
on
don't
your
get
show?
phone calls.
You don't get phone
No,
calls?
we get all of them. I don't get any.
What do you think that's about?
It could be that people don't watch the show.
I didn't want to say that.
What did you think, as you would say?
I thought
That's
people
my
don't
question.
watch the show.
Yes, I think people don't watch the show.
It makes me so happy to hear that.
Yes,
I'm
I'm
such a
so
lousy
sad.
friend.
Oh, I'm going to be sad. No, there is competition
I
between
think
friends.
people do. There certainly is between us.
Yes, lots.
Don't you think?
Yes, I love
That's
your show,
because
but
you're
I'm
so
jealous.
annoying.
Otherwise, there wouldn't be competition between us?
I wouldn't be competitive if you weren't so annoying. I'm competitive with you because you're so annoying, and that makes me want to be better than you.
Could you please give me an example of me being annoying? Yes, no, please, the people want to know. What is an example of me being annoying?
Yeah, that's boring. If you don't
Yes?
Really.
Evelyn, do you want to know an example?
Sure.
See?
An example of, well, we don't see a lot of each other, so it is hard for me.
Oh, I see.
Honestly,
Yes, I
seriously.
see.
I mean, it doesn't come right to mind off the top of my head. But you're contentious and obnoxious and annoying, don't you agree?
Contentious, obnoxious, and annoying?
Yes.
Why?
Wouldn't you describe yourself that way?
I think so.
No?
I don't know, actually. To tell you the truth, I have a lot of people, I think a lot of friends who would not say that.
Really?
Yes. I have people said very nice things about me, which I won't tell you, but I think...
No, go right ahead.
No, I don't want to. But have finally begun to understand, since I have a dear friend of mine who is very annoying. And so I now understand what it's like to be annoying. I didn't know that before. I wasn't quite aware
Where
of
did
it.
you learn this?
This last 2 or 3 months.
This is what drives me nuts.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm going to say.
Which is?
Every time I see you,
I think he said...
you've always learned something fundamental.
We knew. Oh, yes. Another friend of mine...
That's like, now I'm not like that anymore.
No, I didn't say that. I just said now I understand what it's like to be annoying. I didn't say I'm not like... I didn't say I'm not annoying.
I stand corrected.
Yes.
And I'm sorry.
That is true, though.
See, I don't like having these conversations because I always feel bad. Oh, look, I said Michael's obnoxious and annoying. On TV, that's rude. You know,
Yes.
I don't like that.
That's annoying, actually. Or
It is
obnoxious.
annoying.
Obnoxious.
It is obnoxious
Yes.
to do that. You know, on the one hand, I feel like I shouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it about anybody else.
No.
But you know, on the other hand, it's impossible for me not to say these things to you. I always feel like this is like what happened. We're coming back in the car, you and me and Evelyn, and we get into this stupid debate about the Constitution. I don't debate with anybody about the Constitution, but with you. It turns into, and it's your fault, because it only happens with you. You're the only person, it's because of you. You do it. You make me do it. I hate that. And that's why you drive me nuts.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
You do?
Yes, I do understand. Well, we have 2 more minutes. The phone is
I'm not going to say any more to you about how obnoxious and annoying you are. I've been telling you that for 10 years. It's pointless. It's really stupid of me to do that. I shouldn't do it. I haven't told you anything new in almost a decade about yourself. I haven't. Isn't that a true statement? I probably haven't. I've just been reiterating
the same thing.
for like 10 years. I'm going to stop.
Okay.
So what are your true feelings about Michael?
He annoys me. Maybe we should wrap it up on that.
Yes, I think...
hey, thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, it's
Just
great
a real
having you.
pleasure.
Let Evelyn have the last word if she wants about...
No, I don't want the last word. I just enjoyed it immensely.
Oh, wow, this is on tape. This will be wonderful to have. Thank you, Evelyn. Wow, thank you, Joel.
Hey, I had a
Great having
great
you.
time.
Oh, it's
Thank you.
great
Thank
having
you for
you.
letting me be on.
Wow.
Really, really